Number 11, Youth Leader Harish. The title of his speech is Drug Addiction. Drug Addiction, Youth Leader Harish, contestant number 11, please.
A moderate addiction to anything is not always harmful, but if we do it in excess, it is deadly. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and my fellow youth leaders. How many of you over here are addicted to something? What are you addicted to? Yes, sir? Any one of you having friends who are addicted to drugs over here? Okay. So, let me tell you a story about my friend who lives in Bronx, New York. Her name is Eleanor, and she was 17 when she took her first line of meth, and her drug life started interfering with her school life, and she was 17. She was out of control. She was out of control. She started losing everything, and towards the end, she became pregnant. She came to a point where she became pregnant. And she couldn't keep a hold on her job because she was either too high to go in or either she was too sick. During her years of drug addiction, she lost the function of her kidneys. She tried to commit suicide, and she also served jail time. But one day after her son was born, she was looking at him and she said to herself, enough is enough. I had to get a hold of my life. And 3 months later, she was able to do it. And now she's living happily with her husband and her kid. Very happy. Let us start by understanding what addiction is. It is the state of being enslaved by a habit or behavior to such an extent that it causes severe trauma. Drug addiction, on the other hand, it is the state of being enslaved, it is a compulsion to which you start prioritizing drugs over everything else. So, let me explain what a good normal being and an addicted being does. A normal being, it does everything perfectly. You do a good thing and then you are bound to do it again, you remember that. But an addicted being can't do anything properly. It does all kind of crazy stuff. For example, there was this, if you need good food, you need the energy to cook, to eat it, and enjoy it. But an addicted brain, he uses drugs. It's like a shortcut. You just sniff it, shoot it, or snort it. Then, let's start by how does this addiction start for people? Most of the time, it's experimentation, curiosity, and sometimes you think, oh, my friend is doing it, okay, it must be cool, I should do it too. That's under. Then you have peer pressure. Your friend might tell you, come on, you can try it, it's not too bad, just once, and you will do it. Of course, it's your friends, you trust them, and you know yourself, you're not going to do it again. But you start doing it again. You start doing it up to an extent that what starts as a voluntary action, it becomes something, a physical and a psychological need. Just can't live without it. Effects of it, there are plenty of them. You start neglecting your responsibilities at home, at work, at school. You start having problems with your families, your parents, your girlfriend, husband, wife, kids, everything. You start ruining your relationship, and finally you come to a point where you have no one supporting you. And that adds to the reason why you take more drugs. Then you can cure this. It's not that there's nothing that can't be cured. You can cure this by creating a willpower inside you telling, I'm going to stop. And your family is the greatest support you can get. You should start engaging yourself into activities like skiing, trekking, camping with your family, going out with friends. And most of all, you should avoid the friends who got you into this habit. And if you still can't get over this habit, you can always go to a drug rehabilitation center where you have professional doctors who are ready to help you out. And within 2 months, you're going to be a normal person again. what I'd like to say is, any type of addiction is dangerous. Let it be alcohol, morphine, or idolism.